Coming up on high school game night, it is week number 1. Every LL League team in action. How would Jared Novak do in his first game returning as Conestoga Valley head coach?
And in Mannheim, the Barons begin what could be another great season. Could they take out one of their rivals in the Warwick Warriors? All that and more coming up next on high school game night.
Brotherhood on 3. 1, 2, 3. Run!
Hello and welcome to the first high school game night of 2016. I'm Chad Landers, joined as always all season long by Bryan Kast.
Yeah, as if you could ever find a suitable replacement for me.
Not yet.
We're so glad to be back. We got a lot to get to tonight, beginning with the annual rivalry game between Mannheim Central and Warwick. The two schools 5 miles apart, and it's always a really fun way to start the season.
Yeah, and get this, Central riding a 20-game winning streak against Warwick. It dates back to 1984, but you never know what's going to happen in these rivalry games.
That's why they play them.
That's right. Warwick should be much improved this year, and those Barons always a huge threat. First score of the game comes on the Barons' first possession. Jay Veretto scampers 11 yards to pay dirt, capping off an 80-yard drive. Central up 7-0 early.
Second quarter, Barons in the red zone again. Great ball fake to Barretto from Cody Kegrice. We saw this a lot last season. Cody just bootlegs out, sneaks inside the pylon, 6 more points. It's 14-0.
All right, Warwick gets the ball back deep in their own territory, but look at this. Tyler Chamarchi uncorking a pass to Carter Forney. Great throw, great catch, cuts back across the field. Forney just running for a while. The Warriors get on the board on this drive thanks to a Will Mobley field goal. It is 14-3.
Yeah, but with only about a minute left in the half, Barons merciless. Kegrice, the Austin guy up the seam, and look at this block from Mitchell Ruth. Big props for that. Brings guy for a 61-yard touchdown shot.
Let's go to the second half. More Barons offense. Kegrice spreading the ball around to all his receivers. Jake Novak goes for 65 yards to the house. This game almost approaching the 3-hour mark, but it is the Barons winning their 11th straight season opener. Final score there is 38-17.
Yeah, it's a marathon.
Yeah, impressive win for the Barons again. Well, how about another Section 1 versus Section 2 non-league matchup? Conestoga Valley and Ephrata, intriguing storylines in this one. Both have new coaches in charge of the programs, but they've got a bit of history between one another.
Correct, and it's pretty cool. Chris Miller taking over the Ephrata Mounts. He played high school ball for Jared Novak, who has returned to the Buckskins for a second stint as head coach. So it's student against teacher. Let's head to Whitmer's CV student section. Fired up for this one. Let's check in on those coaches we mentioned. There's Jared Novak looking prepared, and there's Chris Miller on the other sideline. Now CV's Grant Stoltzfus, QB, posts a 5,000 career passing yards, and he would achieve the milestone on their first drive. Connects with Jose Barbone, and Grant becomes the 5th ever CV quarterback to achieve that feat.
That's pretty impressive. Yep. Same drive. Handoff here goes to Connor. Britton just running people over in the end zone. Buckskins take the early 7-0 lead.
And here come the Mounts, though. QB Brennan Holbritter slings it to Alex Rummel. First down yardage here, but Rummel is going to take a shot from Clayton Byers. Helmet goes off, and the drive stalls.
And then it is time for more Stoltzfus to Barbone. These two, one of the most dangerous combinations in the entire league. Barbone making an incredible catch there, evades the defenders in 4-6. It's a 56-yard game, by the way. It is 13-0 Bucks.
And they did not stop there. Stoltzfus to Barbone yet again, floating it over the D. That's just pretty. Goes for 53 yards, then another touchdown. These two going to be fun to watch all season long. Conestoga Valley begins the second Jared Novak era with a huge win, 54-7 over the Ephrata Mountaineers.
Jared Novak still smiling. And we're just getting started here on high school game night. Highlights from 2 more of our local teams, including the Cocalico Eagles, who are looking to bounce back from a 5-5 season. Tough challenge from Redland tonight. We've got the highlights plus a lot more for after the break.
High school game night brought to you by JD's Pazzo Pizza in Ephrata.
Welcome back to the post-game show. Cocalico opening the season with a new non-league opponent in Redland. Not much known about the Patriots except for a huge win last week.
Correct, Chad. Redland and Bishop McDevitt squared off in last week's Week 0. Redland knocked off the 6-time defending District 3 champs.
Big win.
So a pretty big test tonight for those Eagles. You were over there, Chad. Take us through these highlights.
Yeah, that's right. So the Eagles, packed house at Eagle Stadium. The boys from Denver looking to improve on a 5-5 record last year. Cocalico trailing by 3 in the first, but they've got a new weapon on offense. It's sophomore Colton Goodman putting in work tonight. Scores from 14 yards out, and the Eagles take the lead 7-3. But Redland's offense pretty potent themselves. The throw out wide here to Hunter Bryan turns on the Jets, racing through the Cocalico defense, dives for the pylon, scores. It's a 56-yard touchdown for him in Redland, back in front 9-7. More offense from Redland in the second quarter. Justin Johnson with a 9-yard scamper. That TD gives them a 15-7 lead at the half. In the third, Cocalico marching down the field again. Pitch it out to Goodman. Makes some nice moves, races for the goal line. 20-yard TD run, but the Eagles trail 22-15. This game back and forth all night, but Cocalico stopped on the goal line for the tying score with 2 minutes left in the game. Redland comes away with another victory, 29-22.
Oh, so close.
That's a tough way to lose it at home. And our final game tonight, Camp Hill visiting Lancaster Catholic. The Crusaders moving down to Section 3 this year. The LL League, they will play there. And they will also play in the 3A district playoff bracket, so they're very happy about that situation.
Yeah, in 6 classifications, not too bad to be in 3A. Crusaders were 3-7 last year. Not going to cut it in Crusaderland. They've made some coaching changes. A lot of talent coming back. While their opponents, Camp Hill, lost an all-state QB to graduation. So we'll see what they have. On to Rossmere Stadium in Lancaster City. A WWE-style entrance for the Crusaders. Smoke was a nice touch. It's Camp Hill, though, comes out looking to chuck the ball around. Lions' new QB is Quinn Buffington. Finds Wyatt Beto in the back of the end zone. Camp Hill scores first. It's 7-0. Now, Catholic's got Brian Downey back under center for the second straight year, tossing the out pattern to Josh Hauser, but this Crusader drive stalls, which allows Camp Hill to strike again. Deep ball downfield from Buffington to Ben Guy. Hauls it in. He's got a clear path to the promised land. 14-0 Camp Hill. Catholic finally gets on the board. Great individual effort here by Brian Downey. This is the kind of magic he can create in space, outraces all the Camp Hill defenders. But in the end, Crusaders just cannot score enough points to keep pace with the Lions. Camp Hill wins it 34-14.
All right, Brian, our highlights might be through, but don't go anywhere. We will go around the LL League and take a look at the final scores from every single team that was in action tonight. Stick with us. We will be right back. High School Game Night is brought to you by Yogurt Works Cafe in Ephrata, where you can build it your way. And welcome back to the post-game show. Time to go around the LL League. Check out all the scores from a busy Week 1.
My favorite part,
That's
always.
Right. On Thursday, this one a little early, Manheim Township and Central Dauphin in a rare game there had to move it up a day. The Rams get a big win there, 31-9. You know that's my alma mater. And of course, the blockbuster showdown every single season between Wilson and Governor Mifflin. This time, Wilson picking up another victory over their rivals, 38-7.
Yeah, in other non-league action, Hempfield goes on the road to Dallastown. Black Knights do fall, though, 17-13, and my alma mater, State McCaskey, not as successful tonight as CD, hosting State College, but just can't get it done. They lose 24-13.
New coach, as you keep
They do.
Penn Manor traveling to Cedar Cleft tonight and goes down pretty hard there, 40-0. Actually, they've got a 14-game losing streak there for Penn Manor. While the 45th annual Cedar Bowl going on in Lebanon tonight, Cedar Crest, big win there, 26-14. It is 5 straight wins for Cedar Crest in that rivalry.
Couple of Section 2 teams to check in on. Lampeter Strasburg hosting Eastern York. No Bear Shank, no problem. LS went big, 42-7. And Solanco will play Pottstown coming up tomorrow.
Looking forward to see what Solanco has in that. All right, Donegal, Elizabethtown. Actually, a nice sort of rivalry budding here, but it is E-Town pitching a shutout, 17-0 over the Indians. Annville, Cleona, and Biglerville squaring off. Little Dutchmen squeak it out, 35-32 on at home now.
That sounded like a wild game. More Section 3 teams here. Elko beats Susquehanna tonight, 17-7. And Pequay Valley and Kennerdale meeting on the gridiron. Pequay wins 30-14. Pequay 2-0
2-0.
Break them up.
Nice job, Pequay. All right, some more Saturday games here. Columbia traveling to Newman-Goretti. It's going to be 4 p.m. and it's actually going to be in New Jersey. And then lastly, this one we're keeping an eye on, Garden Spot heading to Wyomissing. Both these teams going to be pretty good this year, Brian. That'll be 1:30 p.m. on Saturday.
Can't wait to see Jefferson and the boys go to work. But our game's tonight in the books, so let's look ahead to our upcoming live game in week number 2 right here on PRC 11. It'll be the Warwick Warriors back on the channel hosting those Garden Spot Spartans. Join Eric May and Phil Kaufman live next Friday night at 7 p.m. for all the action from Joseph Brock Field.
Well, we also cannot forget about our potential plays of the week. We'll make our selections in just a little bit. I think we already kind of have. Then post the video and the poll online soon after that. To vote for your favorite play, just go to our blog. It is news11sports.tv. As always, we will announce the winner next Friday on our 5:30 newscast. So, Brian, what a way to kick off our first full week of high school. Great games on the schedule. Obviously, we're so happy it's back. What are your thoughts?
It's early, yes. Manheim Central looks good. They look like they didn't lose a step at all. And Cocalico hanging with Redland. The ball falls a couple different
that was
ways
a back-and-forth game.
They could win that game, and Redland took down McDevitt.
Cocalico left a lot of points on the field, and Manheim Central in 5A put them on contender watch for the district title. No Bishop McDevitt.
Sounds good to me.
All right, so that will do it for week 1 of high school game night. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks to our HSGN crew behind the scenes. I'm Chad Landers.
And I'm Bryan Kast. We'll see you next week.